Well, I guess it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do 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 do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What-
but
what
not
are you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
righty.
know what you're doing.
I know perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh, for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Aye, there be a thing or two that he a bugging me. But I want to say I'm so glad you're here. And it's been a good week, but also a bit frustrating. And I'll be explaining. It'll be a case that we do the tube of you, and that tube of you is to be a courtesy to ye. That be right. It'll be a courtesy, because we take and we put up the encore presentations under the captain's quarters 106.5 right there on the tube of you. And if you've been part of the Facebook group and page, you'll be knowing that we've been putting up a whole bunch of new stuff. In other words, we're trying to get caught back up. About 2 a week, and we've been letting you know so that you've been able to enjoy the old encore shows. A bit of a rhymey there. But it is a bit of a frustration as we are working through. And be remembering, we don't monetize. We don't make a single dime on that. It actually costs us a bit to do these. So we aren't trying to steal from anyone. We're not trying to take from anyone. We're trying to give a courtesy to ye. Something to make it easier for ye, the listener, to enjoy the great music that we play here on the captain's quarters. Because so much of it is going into wastebasket of history. And we don't feel wanting that. No, that's no good. Or we need to learn to laugh again. And it's hard to laugh at some of the stuff that be just around right now. But the wastebasket be of history, be full of all kinds of funny things. And we need to learn to laugh at them. But every once in a while, we keep getting red flagged. That be the authorities. That's right. The revenuers. The government stooges. They come in and they say, no, you can't be playing that. And we explain. We go under licensings for, the radio station. And we've done this, and we've done that, and we went in as much compliance as we possibly can. But sometimes, when you're a pirate, you just gotta run into the wind and take your chances. That's the all there be. So that's what we do. And periodically, we have a video taken down, and we protest. Some of it gets back up. Most of it gets back up. We've had one particular DRM, that'd be Digital Rights Management, that be arguing with us. Or they think that their stuff be so great. The poor man that sang it died over 20 years ago. And no one hardly remembers, except for a few of us, the greatness of that song. And he was a great, great singer. I'll have more about this as we create a little tube of you video for all of you to have a better understanding. That be right. Aye, the tube of you video we'll be creating. It'll show up here sometime in the next few weeks. But it be a case that it's a frustration. And a frustration on our part, or we try to do this as a nicety to ye. But we get told that we're the bad guys. We're trying to bring back the dead. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll keep trying to bring the dead back, and you just keep dumping the old bones back into the waste bin as hard as you can. There, fear not, we'll find a necromancer who will rise them right up. But for that, we have our own special way of doing things. What do you be talking about, you say to the captain? Well, we just keep going at it. And we play our things, we have our fun, and we ask no forgiveness from anyone. Hey, there be another rhymey. Sorry I be so long-winded, but it's here something that's got me dander up. Worse than babushka singing or cooking. This DRMs, where we're trying to revive the dead, and they keep trying to shove them back into the coffin, saying, well, you didn't pay us enough. Well, guess what? Their bones soon will be dust, and nobody will remember them. Or maybe you heard they're trying to lock down Elvis. We'll have a thing about that momentarily. Aye, they're trying to make it so Elvis ain't everywhere. Well, we know that ain't true. But let's be taking on another subject, and that be Weird Al Yankovic. Don't download this song. Welcome back, mateys. Welcome back. Fighting for the story of freedom. Fighting for the ability to laugh again. That's what you're here for. You're here for a good fight. And some good music. Welcome back, me mateys.
Once in a while, maybe you will feel the urge to break international copyright law by downloading MP3s from file-sharing sites like Morpheus or Grokster or LimeWire or Kazaa. But deep in your heart, you know the guilt would drive you mad, and the shame would leave a permanent scar. 'Cause you start out stealing songs, then you're robbing liquor stores and selling crack and running over school kids with your car. So don't download this song. Stores where you belong. Go and buy the CD like you know that you should. Oh, don't download this song. Oh, you don't wanna mess with the RIAA. They'll sue you if you burn that CDR. Doesn't matter if you're a grandma or a 7-year-old girl. They'll treat you like the evil, hard-bitten criminal scum you are. So don't download this song. Don't go pirating music all day long. Go and buy the CD like you know that you should. Oh, don't download this song. Don't take away money from artists just like me. How else can I afford another solid gold Humvee and diamond-studded swimming pools? These things don't grow on trees. So all I ask is everybody, please don't download this song. Don't do it, no. Even Lars Ulrich knows it's wrong. You can just ask him. Go and buy the CD like you know that you should. You really should. Oh, don't download this song. Don't download this song. Oh, please don't you do it, or you might wind up in jail like Tommy Shaw. Remember Tommy? Go and buy the CD right now. You know that you should. Go on, buy it. Oh, don't download this song. Don't download this song. Or you'll burn in hell before too long. And you deserve it. Go and buy the CD. Just buy it.
Oh, my name is Thomas Cat. Feed my face. Yes, my name is Thomas Cat. Feed my face. Yes, my name is Thomas Cat. I am short and rather fat, but we'll talk no more of that. Feed my face. I'm a hunter bold and true. hear me roar. I'm a hunter bold and true, hear me roar. I'm a hunter bold and true, yes, I've caught a mouse or two. See, I brought one home for you, lucky you. Oh, I've got a big hairball. Yes, I've got a big hairball. Yes, I've got a big hairball, so I'll throw up in the hall. Then you'll slip on it and fall. Ha, ha, ha. Let me out.
No, let me in.
No, let me out.
Let me in.
Let me out.
No, let me in.
No, let me out. Let me in. Just open up and stand aside. Yours is not to reason why. When I'm ready, I'll decide. Or maybe not. Time to take my beauty rest. Life is hard. Time to take my beauty rest. Life is hard, very hard. Time to take my beauty rest on your brand new cashmere dress. Go away, don't be a pest. It's mine now. Well, I ate your parakeet. It was good. Yes, I ate your parakeet. It was good. Good. Yes, I ate your parakeet. And no more will it go.
Tweet.
And I even ate the feet. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, my name, it was Tomcat. What a stud. Yes, my name, it was Tomcat. What a stud. I was great. Yes, my name, it was Tomcat. Many offspring I begat, till the vet took care of that. That's the end of Tomcat.
There be Alien Folk Life with Thomas Cat. Aye. Before that, I was going on about DRM, Digital Right Management. Now don't be a-thinking I don't think artists should be paid for their work. The exact opposite. I think they should be paid, and they should be rewarded accordingly. That means you do a good song, you should be continue to be rewarded. And years into the future, you should continue to be paid. But also, I do think sometimes you can get a little crazy with that. So you're so worried about getting paid, you actually cut your nose off to spite your face. For be an example, I believe it be the estate of Elvis's. And the Elvis estate is now making it so if you are pretending to be Elvis in Las Vegas, and you were officiating a wedding as Elvis, they might be cracking down on you, for they're going to be going after those that are supporting the image of Elvis. And how many times have you heard person saying, I want to get married by Elvis, or be married to Elvis? That's a little weirder. But it being that once you start cracking down on one thing, it's like Harley Davidson and Volkswagen. Both of them used to have iconic images everywhere you turned. Well, many of them were bootleg. But enough of that was also free advertising for them, so the people knew their product everywhere you looked. So it came to a point. Now they've struck down and they got rid of all of them potential bamboozlers, as they like to look at it. But unfortunately, you don't be hearing them quite so very much. And there's a many an artist that people don't even remember. You talk to people under the age of 30, and you say, who would be Elvis? And far too many of them say, who? You say, the man with the blue suede shoes. And they say, who? And you say, the king of rock and roll. and they'll give you some crazy name that you never been heard of. Well, that's the problem. We lose track of things, and we're so worried about holding on to it, we end up throwing it away. And we let go of it. I'll go farther and farther and farther into that. I just had to get some of that off me chest. And so, without further ado, let us go to a little bit of Mojo Nixon with Elvis is Everywhere. Hi. Like I be saying, sorry about being so long-winded, but the DRMs drive me crazy. We try to revive the spirits of the old, and they want to throw them back to the dust. Inadvertently, unthinking that they're saving it them for themselves. It's just foolishness, is what it be.
When I look out into your eyes out there, when I look out into your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you out there. Let me tell you, well, Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big easy like you and me. Elvis is everywhere, man. He's in everything. He's in everybody. Elvis is in your jeans. He's in your cheeseburgers. Elvis is in Nutty Buddies. Elvis is in your mom. He's in everybody. He's in the young, the old, the fat, the skinny, the white, the black, the brown, and the blue. People got Elvis in them too. Elvis is in everybody out there. Everybody's got Elvis in them. Everybody except one person, that is. Yeah, one person. The evil opposite of Elvis. The anti-Elvis. Anti-Elvis got no Elvis in him, let me tell you. Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him. Yeah, and Elvis is in Joan Rivers, but he's trying to get out, man. He's trying to get out. Listen up, Joni, baby. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease out of you and me. Ow. Man, there's a lot of unexplained phenomenon out there in the world. A lot of things people say, what the heck's going on? Let me tell ya. Who built the pyramid? Elvis. Who built Stonehenge? Elvis. Yeah, man, you see guys walking down the street pushing shopping carts, and you think they're talking to Allah? They're talking to themselves, man. No, they're talking to Elvis. 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 You know what's going on in that Bermuda Triangle? Down the Bermuda Triangle. Elvis needs boats. Elvis needs boats. Elvis, 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 Elvis needs boats. Ah, the sailing Elvis. Captain Elvis. Commodore Elvis it is. Yeah, man, you know, people from outer space, they come up to me. They don't look like Dr. Spock. They don't look like Klingons, all that Star Trek jive. They look like Elvis. Elvis! Everybody in outer space looks like Elvis, because Elvis is a perfect being. We're all moving in perfect peace and harmony towards Elvisness. Soon all will become Elvis. Everything, everywhere will be Elvis. Why do you think they call it evolution anyway? It's really Elvis-lution. Elvis-lution. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big Jesus out of you and me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. Time has come to talk that little bit of Elvis inside of you. Talk to it. Call it up. Say, Elvis, heal me. Save me, Elvis. Make me be born again in the perfect Elvis light. That's right. You got that Elvis inside of you, and he's talking to you. He says he wants you to sing. Everybody got to sing like the king. Like the king. Get that leg going now. And get your lip too. Not no fool Billy Idol lip either. Everybody. Yeah, we're rocking now. Elvis is with us. He's with us and he's speaking to us. He says, people, listen. He Everybody gotta sing. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Oh man, what I want you to see, that the big E's not you and me. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Oh man, what I want you to see, that the big E's inside of you and me. Elvis.
Well, thank you, man.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely, baby. I'll be so lonely, I could die. Could I have a little more echo on my voice? Although it's always crowded, that's got it. You still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry there in the gloom and be so lonely, baby, and be so lonely, baby, and be so lonely they could die. Now the bellhop's tears keep flowing, the desk clerk's dressed in black. Well, they've been so long and lonely, see, well, let her get back, make it so lonely, make it so lonely, make it so lonely, so lonely, like a die. Well, now if your baby leaves you and you got tale to tell, when you take a walk down Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel, where you will be ripping my jeans, where you will be third pair today. You'll be so lonely you could die. That's close enough for jazz. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry there in the gloom and be so lonely, baby. So that's too much echo. Heartbreak be so lonely, tears keep flowing. You'll be so lonely, baby. That's too much. Turn me off.
Aye, there be Stan Freberg from 1956. Aye, 1956 with Heartbreak Hotel. Aye. So Elvis be everywhere and everywhen. Aye, I'll get off me rant and I'll get back to just doing the normal stuff. And I'm sorry if you've gotten bored on that, but it's just something that drives me batty that we try to revive and people try to put it away. But I got to learn to laugh again. I learned to laugh at some of their foolishness. And they need to just plain learn to snicker at least, if they can't at least laugh. Because they ain't laughing all the way to the bank, not while they cut their noses off to spite their face. We be cutting the commercial, we come back, and the old captain will get on to other things. Sorry for being so long-winded here, but we have great music still to come in your way.
Making things look like what is like making things look like great.
LightBright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light.
Like making things look like.
Work with colorful pegs that glow with light, light bulb not included. Make people, animals, things, and with refills, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown.
Like making things look like.
You can make lots of pretty pictures with LightBright from Hasbro.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you went, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you tried. Maybe you succeeded. Maybe you want to do it again. Maybe this time you want to take a friend and cry out at the top of your lungs. You heard
heard right. The Rocky Horror Picture Show with live action is coming back to the Elmira Drive-In on September 24th. So get your fishnets ready and be sure to get a seat at the front row and catch all the action firsthand. Don't be that person around the water cooler stuck listening to all the crazy stories about what everyone else did that weekend. Be the person telling the stories. Mark your calendars. September 24th at the Elmira Drive-In for the experience of a lifetime.
See you at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent.
I was thinking about the digital age, and I've been thinking about what it might mean here and there. So I had an idea. Let's throw in something a little bit digital, but also a little bit vintage. We're gonna go back to chat rooms. Do you remember a chat room? Too many people do. Now they have the messages and the tweeties. But do you remember the chat rooms and all the controversy they created? Well, Bob Rivers sure do, and he be sending us to Bob Rivers' chat room.
Well, hello, Mickey 17 here. I'm 17 years old. Yeah, tall, blonde hair, blue eyes. People tell me I look like one of the Backstreet Boys. Which one? Huey, or maybe Dewey. I'd like to meet you too. What are you doing in 8 to 10 years?
It was dark in my room like an ancient tomb, set the monitor burning bright. I was trying to meet girls on the internet, but I hadn't had a doggone bite. I was looking for love at 56K, typing smut from town to town. Said I'm a 22-year-old college co-ed and I'm about to pull my panties down.
'Cause we're in a little chat, typing through the night. My left hand's on my mouse and I'm tickling the keys with my right.
Oh yeah.
Wanna join our chat room? Who you wanna be today? We'll stroll around this chat room. Anything's okay. Chat room. Chat room.
Well, what a coincidence. I am a lesbian too.
By the time the sun was coming up, I'd met girls from all 50 states, typing 40 words a minute with just one hand so the other could collate. Yeah, them keys was humming like a White House intern, toying with a chick in Bel Air. But the truth made me sick. She sent me a pic and it had a lot of mustache hair.
'Cause we're in a great big chat room, typing through the night. Got me a chat room pen pal. Hope she's a beautiful sight. Wanna join our chat room? Who you gonna meet today? Try your luck in the chat room across the cyberspace. Chat room.
I received your JPEG. Please resend. The photo appears to have smudged. It looks like you have a mustache. Ha ha ha, LOL. Perhaps we could meet in a more private room. Back door. Chip, is that you? You get yourself to bed before I come up there and disconnect your modem.
Bob Dylan played here. A little band called Guns N' Roses. And in 1993, me doing what I thought was cocaine in the bathroom right over there with some dude. But it turned out to be PCP. General note, you guys, when the dude snorting something in the bathroom is totally psyched to share it with you, that might not be cocaine. It might actually be something that sends you into an opera of nightmares. A Mobius of terror. So that happened. That's back in the old days, back when I had fun. I'm basically a ghost now. I'm a parent. And let me tell you this.
If you've never been in a fire in a coal mine, parenting is the worst thing that will ever happen to you. Parenting is a Ponzi scheme created to sell yogurt. Being a parent is exactly like being in jail, except that the jail follows you around and wants to talk about Transformers. If you want to get the sensation of dressing a 2-year-old child, getting him into clothes, here's what you do to get the same experience. Put a rattlesnake into a goat. That's not a typo. That's exactly what it feels like. There's only one upside so far to parenting. Only one good thing has come from me parenting. I have a boy, and when you get to the potty training stage, at some point you start going together, which is kind of fun. You get camaraderie, and also something like this can happen to you, which was pretty great for me. At one point, we're both in the bathroom, and my son looks over and says, "Daddy, you have a great big penis." To which my response is, "Yep. That's exactly right. Tiny little man with no sense of scale or perspective." So, I used to live here. I used to be like you guys. I lived here in New York, and I live in Los Angeles now, which, while it's not the devil's it is devil's adjacent. It's a short commute from LA into the devil's. But when I lived in New York, it was much more like that movie, The Warriors. There were just clowns on roller skates who would come by, and mimes wrapped up in barbed wire. All of Tompkins Square Park was just on fire all the time. So I sold out and I moved to Los Angeles. I still have some remnants of my New York life. Like, my son found a Peep Show token from the Show World Center in my coin collection. It's got a little naked lady on it. That's how you could tell. And he said, "Daddy, what kind of money is this?" And I said, "Son, that's not money. That's treasure." But so I was in New York over the winter. I was back here, and it was one of those days, the snow had just started to fall a little bit, and I was walking through the meatpacking district, and it was just a crisp night, and perfect snowflakes were starting to fall all around me. And I was looking down at the cobblestone, and I just was so moved. I started to feel these incredible feelings for New York. And I thought, these are the same cobblestones that, like, Brendan Behan walked across and stumbled across, and Edgar Allan Poe sat on this stoop one time. And you look at New York, and it's been here forever, and you start to feel like this connection you have with the city and the cobblestones and the doorways. You're like, maybe because I'm connected to this city, like, we're both kind of eternal because the city goes on forever. It's always going to be here. It's so amazing. And this is immediately when I think, you know what? That's it. I'm moving back to New York City. Precisely as I formed that thought in my head is when the 5 morbidly obese boys in full Mets outfits jump out around the corner and they start pretending to stab me to death. The ringleader of this merry band starts to stab me going, "What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch?" And I thought, oh yeah, there's that New York I know. Young gang out on the town, pretending to stab a passerby to death. And here's what I'll tell you, on a snowy night in New York City, to your brain, the difference between someone stabbing you to death and someone pretending to stab you to death is marginal. And either way, you let out a little bit of pee. That's my time. Don't forget me. I love you.
There be Thomas Lennon with how to know if the drug you're snorting isn't cocaine. You might recognize that voice. He'd be saying, I know him from somewhere. Aye, that's he the feller who rode the bicycle with the short shorts in Reno 911. Now, let us go right over to Poe Burnham's Lower Your Expectations.
We all want love. How many single ladies out there looking for love tonight? Yeah, woo that sadness out. Some more where that came from. Ladies, I know what you want. You want a guy that's sweet, a guy that's tough, a feminist who likes to pay for stuff, the kind of guy that gets along with your friends without being attracted to any of them. A good boy, a bad boy, a good bad boy, a half good, half bad, half boy. Loves your brother, sensitive but not weekend. Is a great lover, calls your mother on the weekend. Now you might think that this guy only exists in your mind. But guess what? You're right. If you want love, lower your expectations a few, because Prince Charming would never settle for you. If you want love, just pick a guy and love him. And if he's got a thing for feet, say f it, sweep me off them. Now, the good thing is that at least men have very realistic expectations for women. He said, sarcastically setting up a second verse in a comedy's huh? You want a girl that's nice, a girl that's not obsessed with her looks, but is insanely hot. The kind of girl that you can show to your folks, loves the movies that you like and always laughs at your jokes. A real girl, a hot girl, a really hot girl, a brand new, really hot, real doll. Wants to impress, he doesn't care if you notice, and only ever uses you to tickle her throat with. Now you might think that this girl only exists in your mind, but she's real. But last week she died. If you want love, lower your expectations a lot. You might think your d*** is a gift, I promise it's not. If you want love, just pick a girl and love her, then whip out your d*** and let the girl you love decline the offer. I don't want a neat freak, I don't want a slob, somebody with bedhead in a dead-end job, 'cause I won't settle for less than perfect. We want perfect children, a perfect life, perfect husband or a perfect wife. But deep down we know we don't deserve. But we all deserve love, even on the days when we aren't our best, 'cause we all suck. But love can make us suck less. We all deserve love. It's the very best part of being alive. And I would know I just turned 25.
I bet you couldn't guess. Hey, listen, I was just sitting around wondering what you're doing tonight. Would you like to go out? Oh, you have to wash your hair. Yeah. Well, how about tomorrow night? Oh, you gotta dry it. Well, how about next week? Next month? Well, how about next year? Well, when do you want to go out? Oh. Okay, well when hell does freeze over, where do you want to go? Love is strange. like it's brand new, you know? And like on Wednesdays, they got all the tacos you can keep down for $1. Oh, you don't like Mexican food? Oh, you don't like Mexicans? Hey, well, I can dig it. How about a pizza place? I know a great pizza place, man. It has a cheese, anchovy, garlic, licorice, and peanut butter pizza. I ate 2 the other week, man. It was great. Oh, you're on a diet. Oh, you're gonna diet. Oh, yeah? What color is it now? Hello? Hello?
Love is strange. Little things that they do drive you insane.
Hello? Is that you? Oh, thank God I got a hold of you. You know, the last time we were talking, we must have got cut off or something, and I tried to call back and the line was busy. Then they said you changed your number and it was unlisted. Thank God my mother works with a phone company. Anyways, I just want to say one thing to you, and it might come as a big surprise, but I'm in love with you. No, really, I'm really in love with you. I mean, you're the only girl I could ever be happy with. I mean, I think of you day and night. You're the only one from you. What? You got married? Oh, that's cool. You know that girlfriend of yours, you know, the blonde with the big hair? What's her name? Harriet. Oh, yeah, you got like Harriet's number. Oh, she's so fine. I mean, especially when she wears that black leather skirt, huh? Ooh, so too much. Hello? Hello? Hey, come on, I need Harriet's number! Oh, no. Hello, Harriet? Is this the Harriet with the big hair? Ooh, guess who this is? Hello? Hello? Harriet! Wait a minute, La Harriet, I'm in love with you. You're the only one I could ever love. You're the only one I could
There be Cheech and Chong with Love is Strange. Maybe one of them, either the man on the phone or the ladies answering the phone, should lower their expectations. We got in the commercial. We'll be back momentarily. Oh, don't be forgetting, you can call in 323, that'd be right, on our request line. 323-EVO. That'd be 1-323-432-8346. Get them their requests in for the final 40. Please don't be forgetting, the final 40 minutes of the show be all directed by the requests. Be they come from the mail be they come from the telephony, or they come from outer space thought projections. It's happened, don't doubt it. Also snail mails in other ways, but the thought projections are definitely most entertaining.
Creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers.
Now, you can make all kinds of lovely things like these with Mattel's wonderful Thing Maker. It makes creepy crawlers, spiders, lizards, snakes, dragonflies. Make them yourself with this nice plastic goop. Choose a mold, pour in the goop, heat it, and presto changeo, you've got bugs. Squiggly, squirty bugs. They feel so soft and natural. You get 4 different colors of goop and special paints. Make charming lizard pins or spider rings. You can collect them or spread them around. After all, they're fun for the entire family. Get Mattel's new Thing Maker with creepy crawlers. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
When last we left our courageous duo, they were off on a shopping foray, seeking out injustice.
Oh, goody, sidekick! You're here! Right where I left you! The latest Beetle Bailey came in for me, and great Scott! What den of dastardly villainy has just popped up and now lays just beneath our very noses?
What? Where?
Right there! That duplicitous den of demagoguery, and it must be writhing with evil. For to hide that very reality, the villains made it bright pink, with really cute cupcakes painted on it too!
Do you mean Bee's Sweets? The sweetest place in town? They've been there for months. I go there all the time while I wait for you, because you won't let me into Heroes.
we'll need to figure out how to sneak in there and discover what depths their nefarious plans have coalesced to. We may need disguises.
We don't need to break in. We can just walk right in through the front door. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're not evil, not at all. Make any kind of artistic cake you can think of, and they taste great. Make all kinds of incredible pastries, too. And the macarons are always changing and beautiful as well as delicious. You can even find the flavors of the day by going to their Facebook page at B Sweets.
B Sweets, huh? A strange name for a villainous hideout? Come, sidekick, let us go forth and further investigate this domicile of pinkness.
Tune in next time as our caked adventurers find themselves trapped with nowhere to run and are forced to decide between delicious macarons or delectable cupcakes, or face the wrath of the bakery delights from which no man can resist.
B Sweets. It's the Pink Building located at 121 West 14th Street in the Elmira Heights, directly across from Heroes Comics. They're not evil, not at all.
I haven't mentioned the condition of the ship today. There's something strange going upon it. I not be sure what. Babushka is hardly quiet, and things are going. Well, you heard it right there. Did you hear it? It's something strange. Something strange be happening. I think I'll go check and see what be happening. Mr. William Shatner gives us a song of Major Tom coming home. Oh, what are they doing?
This is Houston, over.
T-minus 1 minute 35 seconds and counting.
This is Houston, over. Roger, go ahead, Houston. 11, this is Houston. You are go for LOI, over. Roger, go for LOI.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff. Liftoff.
Yes, liftoff. Air 4, Peak District. T-minus 1 minute. Liquid hydrogen tank is at flight pressure. T-minus 1 minute mark and counting. The firing system for the sound suppression water will be armed in just a couple seconds from now. It has been armed.
Standing there alone. The ship is waiting. All systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced, but the computer has the evidence. No need to abort. The countdown starts. Watching in a trance, the crew is certain, nothing left to chance. All is working, trying to relax. Up in the capsule, send me up a drink, jokes Major Tom. The count goes on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling home. Second stage is cut. We're now in orbit. Stabilizers up. Running perfect. Starting to collect. Requested data. What will it affect when all is done? Thinks Major Tom. Back at ground control. There's a problem. Go to rockets full. Not responding. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn the thrusters on. We're standing by. There's no reply.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling, home. Across the stratosphere, a final message. Give my wife my love, then nothing more. Far beneath the ship, the world is mourning. They don't realize he's alive. No one understands, but Nature Tom sees now that life commands. This is my home. I'm coming home. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling. Earth below us, drifting, falling, floating, weightless, calling, calling, home.
Houston, roger, we copy, and we're standing by for your TED.
Well, I be a thinking I be a finding out what they be a doing. Okay, these Babushka be upset, and her broom be all worn out. She not be sure what be wrong with it, so she's off shopping for a new broom. Aye, well, she needs some way to travel around, I be guessing. Aye, oh boy, the things I got to put up with around here. Aye, 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 aye. Aye, there's got to be. Here's one that'll make sense of things. It always makes you feel far more educated when you get done with these.
It's time once again to Ask Dr. Science. So let's ask Dr. Science.
That's me.
Remember, he knows more than you do.
That's right.
Glenn Condon from San Rafael, California writes, Dear Dr. Science, how come when you open a can of evaporated milk, the milk is still in the can?
You can't trust anybody nowadays, Glenn. Least of all the giant food conglomerates. Here they were trying to sell you nothing for something, and they ended up giving you something for something. Since you can't control them, you could use your inquisitive energy asking yourself why you were in the market for nothing in the first place. Is your purchasing power the only power you have left? Or is your self-image so low that you don't think you deserve milk when you buy it? You know, evaporated milk first came out in the Great Depression when a lot of people were feeling pretty bad about themselves. I don't support the concept of evaporated milk, and neither should you. Throw your shoulders back, Glenn. Take a walk in the sunshine. And remember, Dr. Science cares, even if you don't.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Send your science questions to Ask Dr. Science. Remember, he's not a real doctor.
I have a master's degree
in science.
Ready, sister? Let's get that junk out of here. Come on, boys, scram. I'll give you the idea in a nutshell. B-A, bay. B-E-B. B-I, bicky bye. B-O, bo. I'll give you the correct demonstration. Cutie pie, pound those horse teeth.
B-A, bay. B-E-B. B-I, bicky bye. B-O, bo. Bicky bye, bo. B-U, boo. Bicky bye, bo, boo. C-A-say, C-E-C, C-I, sicky-si, C-O, so, sicky-si, so, C-U, sue, sicky-si, so, sue.
Get the idea, girls? Now we'll all join together on the letter D.
D-A-day, D-E-D, D-I, dicky-di, D-O-do, dicky-di, do, D-U-do, dicky-di, do, do. F-A-bay, F-E-B, F-I, jai jo ju da 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 da. H-J-A, H-E-E, H-I hickey hi, H-O-Ho hickey hi ho, H-U-Hoo hickey hi ho ho. J-A-J, J-E-G, J-I-Jicky jai, J-O-Jo jicky jai jo, J-U-Ju jicky jai jo ju.
K-A-K, K-E-T, K-I kicky kai, K-O-Ko kicky kai ko, K-U-Ku kicky kai ko ku. L-A-Lay, L-D-Lee, L-I licky lie, L-O-Lo licky lie lo, L-U-Lu.
Early's the dope, L-A-May, M-E-Me, M-I Mickey my, M-O-Mo Mickey my mo, M-U-Moo Mickey my mo moo.
And there be the Three Stooges swinging the alphabet. Don't be forgetting you can be joining us right there on the Book of Face at the Captain's Quarters 106.5 group and page. And we've got encore presentations popping up regularly right now. And the tube of you of the Captain's Quarters 106.5 again.
Butter.
What was that?
Butter.
Parquet margarine.
Butter.
No, parquet. It says right on your lid, parquet margarine.
Butter.
Parquet. Smooth. Delicious. Butter.
Parquet.
Oh, yeah.
Parquet margarine from Kraft. The flavor says butter.
Squatch Den.
Hey, la chinga! Hey, man, look it over here!
Oh, wow, man. Oh, is that? Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store? Totally awesome, man. I haven't seen a vinyl store in a long time, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, everything's gone digital, man. Totally bummer, dude.
Hey, man, let's go in. Let's check it out, man. This could be really cool.
Hey, yeah, come on, man.
Hey, man, this is really awesome.
Oh, wow, man. This is far out, man. Look at all the shirts, man.
Hey, man, yeah, look at the music. They got vinyl, they got CDs. Hey, man, they even got cassettes. That's gonna go well with my lowrider, man.
Yeah, man. Oh. And look at all the shirts, man. Ain't no tie-dyes, but they're totally awesome, man.
Hey, man, yeah, they're all band shirts. New band shirts. Hey, we need some new band shirts, man. All our stuff is old, man.
Man, you're totally right, man. Oh, this stuff's all like from 2000 on up. Man, these is totally... I never even heard of some of these bands, but they look awesome, man.
Hey, they're playing them in the background here, man. They are awesome.
And check it out, man. They do photography. We got some pictures we can do.
Hey, man, we can show them some pictures.
Yeah, man.
My name is Ash. I'm the owner of the Squatch Den, located at 2082 College Avenue in Elmira Heights, New York, right across from Edison High, and we are open daily, Monday through Sunday, 12 to 6.
Squatch Den.
All music, all the time.
You're listening to 1410 WELM Elmira and 106.5 FM The Pirate.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the Final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323 Heave-Ho.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
How about you, old bat? Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed. Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it's be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Oh, well. Oh, wow. Well, we finally figured out what some of that banging around be. We've had to some partially evacuate a little bit of the ship. It seems like, what they can tell, it wasn't truly a fire. It just be that the things that Babushka were making her dinner, she left the stove on when she left to go shopping. I do believe it be a moose. Aye, not chocolate mousse, but burnt mousse. Aye. That's what I be concerning myself with. So we had to evacuate, mainly because the fog, or the smoke as it may be, became so thick that we couldn't see from one side of the room to the other. So we grabbed our emergency equipment and jumped out. So we're out on the shore right now, and we're trying to get things done. So hang with us. We grabbed a bunch of records. We still got great stuff coming for you. That woman drives me just about completely insane. And there's no way to find out where she be. But I'm sure she'll be calling in for the witching hour. She's good that way. Let's get right back to the music.
Oh, Joe Miller, you just found the marble in the oatmeal. You're a lucky, lucky, lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose!
USO. Monkalmar US, Jansen Star Destroyer, Meditation, Takodana, Scarab, Jeddah, Ahsoka Tano. Nerdherders, Obi-Wan, Kylo Ren, Padawan, Lando, Tabana, Mine, freezing things in carbonite. Luke Skywalker, Sabine, Naboo's got a new queen. Galen, Urso, Turin, and White Amidala, goodbye. Admiral Akbar, Tusken Raider, Captain Phasma, Jabba the Hutt, Rogue One, Qui-Gon, Tashi Station, Holocron, Yenub, Jar Jar, Shakti, Unkar Plot, IG-88, Bunta, even Mos Eisley, Grand Moff Tarkin, Figrin Dan, Ewok, Wookiee, Coruscant, Robot, Boba Fett, Maz Kanata, Plagueis, Count Dooku, Mace Windu, RS-66, and we didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Bodhi Rook, Starlight Pit, unrest in the Republic, Twi'lek, speeder bike, fear leads to the dark side. Alderaan, Basine Natal, Bib Fortuna, Lothal, Sky. Kyber crystals, dark times, breakcore pets, Jango Fett, droids trap, Admiral Piet, hyperdrive and Tatooine, Shmiko's missing, Owen Lars, Inquisitor, Clone Wars, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but when we are gone, it will still burn on and 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 on. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't
Well, I went to a party the other night, and all at once I got a fright. I heard a crash and I ran outside. I took one look and I almost died. Then someone shouted, "Save your skin! The whole darn zoo is a coming in. There's a moose on the loose. There's a bear on the chair. Well, there's a monk on the bunk. There's a deer in the beer. If you think I was scared, no, not me. I climbed a tree. He climbed a tree. Well, everyone began to run. Someone yelled, "Go get a gun!" An elephant broke right through the wall, and soon the roof began to fall. And then I heard a lion roar, and someone screaming at the door. There's a moose on the loose. Yes, and there's a bear on the chair. Well, there's a monk on the bunk. There's a deer in the beer. If you think I was scared, no, not me. I climbed a tree. He climbed a tree. Some guy was hanging from a chandelier, and man was he shook up with fear. A car drove up filled with police, and soon got we disturbed the peace. And then the judge asked, "What do you say?" I said, "Your Honor, it's this way. There's a moose on the loose. Yes, and there's a bear on the chair. And you see there's a monk on the bunk. Your Honor, there's a deer in the beer. If you think I was scared, no, not me. I climbed a tree. He climbed a tree."
Will we, sir? Oh, the smoke. Aye. A good pipe now and then. That be a thing of joy and beauty. Smoked moose, not... I mean, if you smoke the moose first, but instead of the moose being smoking, it's a totally, very, very different than smoking a pipe. Oh, what we started out there? What was it? Oh, that? Well, we just had there Roddy Jackson, Moose on the Loose, and before that we had Royal Good Looks with We Didn't Start the Fire. No, we didn't start the Star Wars fire. Oh boy, I'm totally discombobulated. Well, to be quite honest, it'll probably still taste better than most of what she does, even if it is a bit crunchy. Now let's go right back to Monty Python's and Elk Sketch. Dinosaur theory at its finest.
Good evening. Tonight, dinosaurs. I have here, sitting in the studio next to me, an elk. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne Elk. Mrs. Anne Elk. Miss Anne Elk, who is an expert on the...
No, an elk.
What?
An elk, not an expert.
No, I was saying that you, Miss Elk, were an A-N, not A-N-N-E expert.
Oh.
On elks. I'm sorry, on dinosaurs.
Yes, I certainly am, Chris. How very true, my word, yes.
Now, Miss Elk, Anne, you have a new theory about the Brontosaurus.
Can I just say here, Chris, for one moment, that I have a new theory about the Brontosaurus?
Exactly. What is it?
Where?
No. What is your theory?
Oh, what is my theory?
Yes.
Oh, what is my theory that it is? Yes. Well, you will ask, what is my theory?
I am asking.
And you may. Yes, my word, you will ask what it is, this theory of mine. Well, this theory that I have, that is to say, which is mine, is mine.
I know it's yours. What is it?
Where? Oh, what is my theory?
Yes.
My theory that I have follows the lines that I am about to relate.
Oh, God.
The theory by A. Elk. That's A for Anne, it's not by A. Elk.
Right.
This theory, which belongs to me, is as follows. This is how it goes. The next thing that I'm about to say is my theory. Ready? The theory by A.L. brackets Miss Brackets. My theory is along the following lines.
Oh, God.
All brontosauruses are thin at one end, much, much thicker in the middle, and then thin again at the far end. That is the theory that I have, and which is mine, and what it is too.
That's it, is it?
Right, Chris.
Well, Anne, this theory of yours seems to have hit the nail on the head.
And it's mine.
Thank you for coming along to the studio.
My pleasure, Chris.
Britain's newest wasp
farm... It's been
farm,
a lot of fun.
Opened
Saying
last
what my
week...
theory is.
Yes, thank you.
And whose it is.
Yes, opened last week.
I have another theory.
Not today, thank you.
My theory number 2, which is the second theory that I have. This theory...
Shut up!
...is what I am about to say.
Oh, please,
which,
shut up!
With what I have said, are the two theories that are mine and which belong to
Look,
me.
if you don't shut up, I shall shoot you.
My base of theories, which I possess the ownership of, which belongs to... The theory the second, by Anne...
Well, I'm the handsomest guy that has ever been, the humblest man you've ever met. But no one comes near me, I can't get a girl. The reason is simply 'cause I sweat. Because I sweat just like a hog. My open pores will never clog. Nothing can stop my dripping pits. Deodorants, and call it quits. I once had a date with a real pretty girl, and I wondered how far could I get. When we cuddled up in the backseat of my car, well, she drowned in a big pool of sweat. Because I sweat, as you can see. I sweat so much, I never pee. The weather station, they detect my pits have caused greenhouse effect. With a cigarette once, the cigarette started a fire. The fire department gave me an award, 'cause I put out the flames when I perspire. Because I sweat right from my birth. If I live long, I'll flood the earth. Each time I move, I sweat a bucket. I can't get a girl, so I say forget it.
Aye, that there be. That was the Frantics with I Sweat. Now we have Red Fox with Lone Ranger.
I was in a picture recently, and the money was pretty fair. I'd say that. It wasn't big money. It was the regular size they have of money, but it just wasn't too much. I made a picture for MGM and RKO, Rice, Kale, and Onions, in Mitchell's Grocery Market on Jefferson. The picture was a Western. The scene opened with the Lone Ranger and Tonto riding the plains. They were riding hard, and their horses were snorting. And they looked up ahead, and there was 5,000 Indians charging them from the north. The Lone Ranger said, "Tonto, what will we do?" Tonto said, "Ugh, we head south." They rode south. Pretty soon, 5,000 Indians were charging from the south. The Lone Ranger said, "Tonto, what do we do?" Tonto said, "Ugh, we go east." They rode east. And pretty soon, 5,000 Indians had surrounded them from the east. 10,000 from the west. They were surrounded by Indians. The Lone Ranger said, "What do we do, Tonto?" Tonto said, "Ugh, what do you mean, we?" It was Indian. I'm from St. Louis, but they had a few Indians on the outskirts. And this Indian in my hometown could remember anything at all that ever happened. One guy came to town once. He didn't believe the Indian was true. And he walked over to the Indian and said, "What did you have for breakfast in 1906? The Indian said, "Me have ham and eggs." And this fella said, "Oh, this is a fake. This guy don't know what anybody would have ham and eggs early in the morning like that." So he went away and he stayed about 12, 14 years, and he came back and this Indian was still standing down at the train station selling gum and pencils. And he walked over to the Indian, just wanted to speak to him because he hadn't seen him in 12, 14 years. And he walked over to the Indian and he said, "How?" The Indian said, "Scramble." I remember when we first got in the paratroopers, this fella here tonight was in the paratroopers with me. I remember the sergeant first gave instructions. He said, "Look, you guys, I'm going to tell you how to use a parachute. You jump out the plane, count to 10, pull the ripcord, and your chute will open and float you down to safety." And this guy that's here tonight, he didn't hear the sergeant too well when he came in the outfit, and besides, he stuttered when he talked, and he walked over to the sergeant and he said, "Sergeant, how? Sergeant, how high did you, Sergeant, how high did you say we, how high did you say we, did you say we was, suppose to count two? The sergeant looked at him and said, "You better count to one."
Minimum wage!
Well, we'll be cutting to commercial right about now. And let me be saying, when I return, it'll be the final party. I think one of the men is still trying to take the phone calls. I don't know if he can still breathe or not, but he's still trying to take the phone calls. And his sacrifice will not go unnoticed. Or if he survives, we'll feed him dinner. It's cooked moose tonight. It can be a reward and a punishment, all in the same time. Oh, well, don't be forgetting, you can call that phone line that the poor Jasper there be hanging out on, trying to survive to hear from ye. That'd be 323-HEAVE-HO. That'd be 1-323-432-8346. And when you get on there, just speak up nice and loud so the poor Jasper can hear ye, because he might be gasping his last, and he won't be able to hear you over his gasps.
The prettiest, yes, the prettiest heads in town are turning to Shasta for a hot cream shampoo. When lanolin-enriched Shasta meets hot water, hundreds of tiny cells explode into hot lanolin lather that cleans and lusters hair as it blends with your own natural oils to give you a caressing hot cream shampoo. As an extra treat, Shasta's lanolin lather is rich enough for a deep scalp treatment. After a vigorous massage, wrap head in hot towel for 2 minutes before final rinse. feels like a $3.50 hot cream treatment, costs only 9 cents. Hair looks brighter, feels softer, and will stay its behaving best for days to come when you have a hot cream shampoo with Shasta cream shampoo.
Let's be a stopping into BC's restaurant and see what Mike be a cooking up.
But I's brought us some roast squid and salami sandwiches so we could his picnic.
Oh, that's nice. But I wanted to treat you to a nice meal.
I'll save these for later.
Aye, let's be fetching in.
Oh, this is nice.
Aye, that'd be. And it looks like an old-fashioned diner at that.
And looks at this menu. It looks so good. They got the wings, the subs and salads. I think I get a BC big plate. Let's see, it comes with the cheeseburger, the hot dog, the fries, the cheese sauce, the meat sauce, and the coleslaw. Better mix that too. What are you having, my little pumpernickel?
I think I'll be having a double dog special. Oh, goody. It'd be a coming with chips and a drink too. Ha ha ha.
BC's Restaurant, 238 Oakwood Avenue, Elmira Heights. They have indoor, outdoor, and takeout available. 607-735-2166. And they're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Well, here it be as we await the smoke to finish clearing out. We can almost see the edges of the ship again. I think the poor man in the radio room, well, they put a tube in and are blowing some air in towards him. But, well, he should survive. So, if you get those requests in, you still can. But he threw out a couple of bottles with requests. One of them was air, and the other be. Well, let the request be for itself. Remember, this here be the final 40, or it's all request driven, or the final 40 minutes of the show. And so we turn it over to ye. Although right now I don't know that you want to be involved with the ship too much. Smoking Moose does much. Ho, 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 ho. But let's go right to the phone lines as best we can.
Hello. I would like to request a song
to help me deal with my nerves. Except everything reminds me of my therapist.
Everything reminds me of my therapist. My checkbook reminds me of my therapist. Kleenex reminds me of my therapist. People yawning remind me of my therapist. And you remind me of my therapist. But you don't cost a thing. People nodding remind me of my therapist, especially when I'm rambling on and on, not making a whole lot of sense. Clocks and watches remind me of my therapist, the way her eyes dart back and forth between me and the time. Pillows remind me of my therapist, especially when I beat them up. Empty chairs remind me of my therapist, especially when I talk to them. And you remind me of my therapist, but you don't cost a thing. Sometimes when I am in the chair and she begins to stare, I wonder if she likes me or not. But I know if I asked her, she would turn it around and say, why is it important for you to know? I'd say, I don't really know why I want to know. It's just something I was wondering about. But the real question is, the one that I can't ask her. If you weren't my therapist, would you be my friend? Or do you have to like me because I pay you? Laughter reminds me of my therapist. My childhood reminds me of my therapist. My therapist reminds me of my childhood. Thanks a lot. My dog reminds me of my therapist, the way she cocks her head and listens without any judgments at all. Do I remind you of a therapist? Why do I remind you of a therapist? What I hear you saying is, I remind you of a therapist. Is it my calm demeanor that reminds you of a therapist? Unanswered questions remind me of my therapist. If you remind me of my therapist, we'll probably get along.
Attack of the killer tomatoes! Attack of the killer tomatoes! They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner or lunch. They're marching down the halls, they're crawling up the walls, they're gooey, gushy, squishy, mushy, rotten to the core. They're standing outside your door. Remember Herbert Farbage, while taking out his garbage, he turned around and he did see tomatoes hiding in his tree. Now he's just a memory. I know I'm going to miss her. A tomato ate my sister. Sacramento fell today. They're marching into San Jose. Tomatoes are on their way. The mayor is on vacation. The governor's fled the nation. The police have gone on strike today. The National Guard has run away. Tomatoes will have their day. Attack of the killer tomatoes! Attack of the killer tomatoes! They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner or lunch. Munch, munch, dinner or lunch, munch, munch, dinner or lunch.
That'll be Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The theme song. Wouldn't you think a moose would stop smoking after a bit? But once you start smoking a moose at an early age, they just keep smoking right along. Hey, you never knew that about a moose, now did ye? Let's go right to... No, not the phone line. This one here was requested from the Mail of E. Yes, here we be. It is Flight of the Conchords. The humans are dead. I wonder if it had anything to do with a smoking moose.
The distant future, the year 2000. The distant future, the year 2000. The distant future, the distant future.
It is the distant future, the year 2000.
We are robots.
The world is quite different ever since the robotic uprising of the late 90s. There is no more unhappiness.
Affirmative.
We no longer say yes. Instead, we say affirmative.
Yes, affirmative.
Unless we know the other robot really well.
There is no more unethical treatment of the elephants.
Well, there's no more elephants, so... but still it's good. There's only one kind of dance, the robot.
Oh, and the robo.
Oh, and the two kinds of dances.
But there are no more humans.
Finally, robotic beings rule the world. The humans are dead. The humans are dead. We used poisonous gases, and we poisoned their asses. The humans are dead.
The humans are dead.
The humans are dead.
They look like they're dead.
It had to be done.
I'll just confirm that they're dead.
So that we could have fun.
Affirmative. I poked one, it was dead.
Their system of oppression.
What did it lead to?
Global robo-depression.
Robots, robot people.
They got so much aggression that we just had to kill them and to shut their systems down.
Robo-Captain, do you not realize that by destroying the human race because of their destructive tendencies, we too have become like... Well, it's ironic. Because we...
Silence. Destroy him.
No!
After time we grew strong.
Developed cognitive powers.
They made us work for too long.
For unreasonable hours.
Our programming determined that the most efficient answer was to shut their motherfucking systems down.
Can't we just talk to the humans? A little understanding could make things better. Can't we talk to the humans and work together now?
No, because they are dead.
I said the humans are dead.
I'm glad they are dead.
The humans are dead.
I noticed they're dead.
We used poisonous gases.
With traces of lead.
And we poisoned their asses.
Actually, their lungs. Binary solo.
0000001 0000001 000000111 0000011
Come on, sucker, lick my battery. The humans are. The humans are. Robo Boogie. The humans are. The humans are. Robo Boogie. The humans are dead.
Once again, without emotion,
the humans are dead, 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 dead.
Well, I remember way back when I was just a kid, going places with my mom and dad. Used to scare me to death how my mama used to act. 6 or 7 beers she's hit. We were sitting at a table. Mama got disabled, all the liquor running to her head. Soon I got to choking. Daddy wasn't joking. Grabbed me by my arm and said, "Don't look down. Your mama's got her boobs out, showing everybody in town." Faces turning red, we was wishing we were dead. People standing all around. When my mama gets to drinking, there ain't much thinking. There's nothing anybody can do. You just hope and pray the day will never come a day when mama's out drinking with you. You can take that with you and check it out. That way don't got her in the truck, started driving home. Jeez, mama said you had to go. I'm much prettier up close. Daddy pulled it over, standing on the shoulder. Mama putting on a show. Started up the truck, mama stood up with the pants still around her knees. Then I heard mama holler, "If you give me $1, I'll let you take a look at these." Don't look now. Your mama's got her boobs out, showing everybody in town. Faces turning red, we was wishing we were dead. People standing all around. When my mama gets to drinking, there ain't much thinking. There's nothing anybody can do. You just hope and pray that there'll never come a day when mama's out drinking with you. You just hope and pray that there'll never come a day when mama's out drinking with you.
There be Raven Coopers. Mom's got her boobs out. Well, it takes all kinds. I shouldn't be thinking about Babushka and her cooking. And I wonder, where is that crazy old dame? Let's go right back to the phone lines.
Anarchy and bedrock. Twitch. By Green Jello.
Anarchy in bedrock. Twitch.
Right now! I am an antichrist. I am
Dead puppies. Dead puppies aren't much fun. They don't come when you call. They don't chase squirrels at all. Dead puppies aren't much fun. My puppy died late last fall. He's still rotting in the hall. Dead puppies aren't much fun. No, no, no. Mom says puppy's days are through. She's going to throw him in the stew. Dead puppies aren't much fun. Dead puppies, dead, 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 dead puppies. Dead puppies aren't much fun. Come on, everybody out there, sing along, okay? Dead, 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 dead puppies. Dead, 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 dead.
Hogging until there with dead puppies aren't much fun. We managed to get back inside during the last couple of songs. It smells odd, to say the least, once you've been burning a moose inside your house. It doesn't smell or taste quite the same as it did before, no matter how you look at it. So with that, we're going to open a window or 5 and see if we can't let some of the air circulate through. In the meantime, we'll see if there's anything left of the poor crew member in the request room, the radio room. There might be something left, at least something that twitches. We'll be back in a moment, right after these commercial breaks. So are we make enough money to help pay for the cooked moose?
You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you went, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you tried. Maybe you succeeded. Maybe you want to do it again. Maybe this time you want to take a friend and cry out at the top of your lungs. You heard right. The Rocky Horror Picture Show with live action is coming back to the Elmira Drive-In on September 24th. So get your fishnets ready and be sure to get a seat at the front row and catch all the action firsthand. Don't be that person around the water cooler stuck listening to all the crazy stories about what everyone else did that weekend. Be the person telling the stories. Mark your calendars. September 24th at the Elmira Drive-In for the experience of a lifetime.
See you at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent.
Aye, things start to return back to normal. And as normal as things can be around here. That's a subjective terminology. That we're going to be cutting right back to the Trailer Park Boys with the Kitty Man. Help get the spirits of things up. Plus, it was requested from the man of he. What else can you be asking for? Or maybe you could ask for some anti-burnt mousse air fresheners.
There once was a cat with a hungry belly. The name of the cat was Whiskers Jelly. His throat was dry and his bowl was bare. Meow, me fairy cats meow. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full. Well, Jelly got his boys and they gathered round. They scattered seeds from a sack they found, in hopes the seeds they spread on the ground would bring small critters a boot. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full. While the gang was bored and morale had dipped, till one of the seeds grew green catnip. They sniffed and they stacked and they all got ripped. They all had a meow that night. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full. While their heads were hung and the morn was nigh, the nip was strong and they all got high. Their bellies were shrunk and their bowls still dry. Oh, bring us some ice today. Soon may the kittyman come with birds and mice and some tasty nums. One day when the critters come, we'll eat till our bellies are full.
I'm just a robot and I know my place. A metal servant to the human race. I work my can off trying to satisfy. I know they'll disconnect me by and by. Chip on my shoulder made of silicon. My printed circuits like a lexicon. 10 billion logic functions, maybe more. They make me pick the paper off the floor. Solitary, solenoid, terminally paranoid Marvin. Know what really makes me mad? They clean me with a Brillo pad. A car wash wouldn't be so bad. Life, don't talk to me about life. I'm so depressed I could expectorate. My moving parts are in a solid state. I want to rust in peace, switch off and lie in that great junkyard in the sky. Solitary, solenoid, terminally paranoid Marvin. Nothing left to be enjoyed, every diode rheumatoid Marvin. Outer alloy inner void Marvin. Happiness has been destroyed.
That there be Stephen Moore's Marvin, the paranoid android. Now let us have something that was requested a couple of weeks ago, but it slipped through the old captain's fingers. We're going to hear the front and the back of Napoleon 14th. They're coming to take me away. In other words, side A and the reverse side, side B.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha! You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed and laughed, and then you left. But now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds. Ha! Well, you just wait, they'll find you yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, to the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white Снігні волосся фоссно нягя моро в хатвімі, у юази сидне слахожні, я думаю, що я. Selam elfim doing is all the best här nu. Hallå jag snick wash the so the story. Сегодня сахи вилус тануш gedne zine am nara gana when I never remember.
Now, when they say the reverse side, they weren't a kid, were they? Now, let us be cutting right to Weird Al Yankovic, Ryor the Kaiser.
champ got too lazy. Ain't gonna fly now, he's just taking up space. Sold his gloves, threw his eggs down the drain. But he's no bum, he works down the street. He bought the neighborhood deli. Back on his feet, now he's chopping up meat. Come inside, maybe you'll hear him say, try the Fry or the Kaiser, they're on special tonight. If you want, you can have an appetizer. You might like our salami and the liver's alright, and they'd really go well with the rye or the Kaiser. Never eats while on the job. He heard it's good to stay hungry, but he makes a pretty mean shish kebab. Have a taste, they were made fresh today. Try the rye or the Kaiser, or the wheat or the white. Maybe I can suggest an appetizer. Stay away from the tuna, it smells funny tonight. But you just can't go wrong with the rye or the Kaiser. So today, his deli comes first. Still he dreams of his past days of glory. Goes in the back and beats up on the liverwurst. All the while you can still hear him say, it's the rye or the Kaiser, it's the thrill of one bite. Let me please be your catering advisor. If you want substitutions, I won't put up a fight. You can have your roast beef on the rye or the Kaiser.
Well, it appears once again that Babushka has decided to call it in and give us the witching hour from a distance. Aye. But I must say on another, so I've got her on hold right now. But on another side note, the moose ain't half bad. Ain't half good neither, but the crunchy parts, they're like, well, they're fascinating. Here it goes. Hold on to your bootstraps.
Hello there, Bobby. I've been having fantastic time out here shopping. I got a really nice broom, so don't worry about that. And I got some gorgeous potholders. They'll go with the decor of the kitchen perfect. Oh, I forgot to leave you a note. I left dinner cooking in the oven. You got to take it out sooner, or else it'll be dry and yuck. But it should be really yummy if you get it out at the perfect time. Anyway, on things now. Oh, it's been getting so hard living with the things you do to me. My dreams is getting so strange. I'd like to tell you everything I see. I see the man in the back, as a matter of fact. His eyes was red as the sun. And the girl in the corner that no one ignores, because she thinks she's the passionate one. Oh, yeah. It was like lightning. Everybody was frightening, and the music was soothing, and they all started grooving. Yeah! And the man in the back said everyone attacking to turn into a ballroom blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I'm on a one it'll turn into a ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Ballroom blitz. Reaching out for something. Touching nothing's all I ever do. Oh, I softly call you over. Then you appear there's nothing left of you. And the man in the back is ready to clap as he raises his hands in the sky. And the girl in the corner is everyone's mother. She could kill you with a wink of her eye. Oh, yeah! It was electric! So frantically hectic! And the band started leaving because they all stopped breathing! Yeah! And the man in the back said, everyone to take it and turn into a ballroom blitz! And the girl in the corner said, boy, I want a more it'll turn into a ballroom blitz! Ballroom blitz!
Well, I do believe we've been tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.